Hey, hi, hello friends. You are with Jade today and welcome to the vlog. Today is January 26, 2024 and it's a Friday and it's Australia Day. So it's a public holiday here in Australia and I did not have work today. I'm in the car park because I just came from the shops for an errand. But right now I am going to a park because that's all I can afford to do on this public holiday. Anyway, I am vlogging today because I have received a special email from one of my subscribers last night, and the email was about my experience as an international student in Australia studying accounting, and I thought it would be better to address her email through a video, and so this is what this video is going to be about. Also, I have to mention, I know that there were comments in my previous vlogs that I wasn't able to attend to, and I want to apologize for that because frankly enough, my life here is all over the place and it's been difficult to figure it out and to find time and energy to reply to your comments. And so I'm sorry guys, hindi talaga ako masyadong active sa YT ko, but I'm more active on my Instagram, so you better just follow me there. I pulled out the remaining school papers in my room. Well, this is not all because most of my school works or school papers are digital and my iPad are in my computer, but I pulled those out to be able to backtrack everything because, to be honest, I do not remember anything about my student life anymore. Anyway, I don't want to be talking about that in this boring car park, so let's get driving.
I've heard the talk on the town. They say you're alone. They say that you ain't sound, but I don't believe any of that. I've got a whole nother view. Yeah, I think there's a treasure waiting for someone to prove himself worthy or true. Yeah, like a dandelion, my love stuck roots for you. Like a dandelion, and my dandelion love is gonna reach your heart. And my dandelion love is gonna reach your heart.
Well, I'm here guys, but I did not expect there would be a lot of people here. Okay. So, ganito lang siya. Okay. Okay friends, so I am now here at Yean Reservoir. It is 15 past 5 and actually this will close, like the park will close at 7. So I have an hour or so to enjoy here before I have to leave. But anyway, I'm gonna show you my setup. Okay, so I bring a lot of stuff with me everywhere I go, but for today I brought some food. So this is our platter for today. I prepared this earlier and ito lang yung makukuha ko sa aming fridge and pantry, but I'm happy with that. So kakain ako. Super nice. Not bad. For crackers, this is not bad. Okay, so this is what we'll do. Cracker here. I will add some cheese. The platter really isn't the most pleasing to look at, but This is yummy, believe me, guys. And then we'll have maybe half salad. Okay, let us begin the story time of my accounting student experience here in Australia. I have my laptop here with me because I drafted out the things that I wanted to include in this vlog, so please don't mind me looking down here. But a few disclaimer, guys, I am not speaking from expertise, but rather only from experience. So please take everything that you will hear from me with a grain of salt. And in addition to that, please do note that I will be sharing these from my personal experience, and I do not intend to make broad generalizations because I don't know how the system works in different states, in different institutions, in different subjects, but this is just how I have experienced my accounting study in Australia, particularly in Melbourne. Lastly, if you are interested to apply for a student visa, I would highly suggest that you go and see a migration or education agent. As for me, my agent before was with AMS Global in Makati, and the one who handled my application was Sir Benedict, so you can just look for him. Okay, let's get started. Also, last thing, I will put timestamps below regarding the topics that I will cover in this video, so you can just jump into the one that you're particularly interested in, and you can freely do that, no hard feelings for me. And yeah, so this is my experience. So I think I would like to begin this story time with providing you a bit of context about me. I am Jade. I am a 22-year-old accounting graduate here in Australia, and I am from the Philippines. I have been here in Australia for 4 years now, and so doing the maths, I moved my life to Australia at the age of 18. Why so young is because I flew to Melbourne right after finishing senior high school in the Philippines. And I felt the need to mention that because most of the Filipino international students that I meet here are actually degree holders already in the Philippines. So they get surprised to know that I am still 22 and already a graduate here in Australia. But that's because I just did not finish college in the Philippines. And yes, that is possible. The timeline is that I finished senior high school in April 2019 under the Accountancy, Business and Management strand at PUP Santa Mesa, Manila. And then I flew to Australia February of 2020, right before the pandemic started and all the lockdown. I was one of the lucky ones to be able to fly to Melbourne before all the lockdown really were put in place. I did have a bit of a gap year in between, and that is because I finished my high school by 17 and I had to wait to turn 18 before I applied for the student visa so that it's less paperwork. So yeah, that's me. I studied at Melbourne Polytechnic. It is a TAFE institution and not a university. TAFE in Australia means technical and further education, and it's something that offers vocational education and training. Ganon. Yun lang yung alam ko dun. Sorry guys. My basis for choosing my school is first and foremost the tuition fee, because universities tend to be significantly costly than TAFE institutions, and because of that I opted for TAFE institution instead. Second consideration was the courses, because Melbourne Polytechnic offers a wide variation of courses in different levels of qualification. Because they do have accounting, the course I want, I went for it. Last consideration was the location. It is near where I am supposed to stay here in Melbourne, and also the campus is luckily very accessible by public transport. So yeah, those are the three main considerations I had when I chose school. Also, I want to mention, because I was featured in one of the articles they have published in their website, so I'll put the link down in the description box, and if you're interested, go and have a read to know my story. Okay, next, the course, or rather the courses. So I took a pathway program that comprises 3 courses. So the first one is Certificate for Accounting and Bookkeeping for 6 months, and the Diploma of Accounting for another 6 months, and then Bachelor of Accounting for 2 years. Really, Bachelor of Accounting is a 3-year duration course in Australia. But for some reason that I could not remember now, I had to take that 3-course pathway program. So, yeah, hindi ko talaga matandaan kung bakit. Pero, yeah, yun yung mga courses na pinay ko. Next, delivery methods. So, I would have to say that I studied in Australia at the most fortunate and unfortunate timing, because I said earlier, I went here during the COVID time. So I flew here by February 2020. The month after that, the lockdowns hit, and so I was only able to take in-person classes for 1 month then, and then online classes from then up until the second last semester I had. And so technically I only had maybe 2 semesters in campus, and the rest of it were online classes. And it was lucky because, of course, it's very lenient when it comes to the schedule and the time management, because all I have to do really at that time was just study. And so I was able to focus on my school during my studying. It was unfortunate because, of course, I wasn't able to really experience the international student life because it was mostly spent on the screens. Yeah, but I think now they're back to campus classes. Okay, next, the courseworks or the assessments that I've had. I would say there had been a variation of assessments that were given to us. So we had weekly quizzes, there were examinations, but mostly the exams are for finals. We rarely had midterms exam. Mostly the exams are for the finals, and it is the most dreaded assessment because it would usually bear a significant portion of the grading. I think 50%, sometimes 60%. So, kailangan mo siyang mapasa kung gusto mo talagang pumasa. We also had to do individual and group reports and projects, specifically business reports. As in, lahat were business report. We had to do presentations. We had to do video submissions. We had to do essays and researches, of course. We also had to do practical tasks. So there was a time that we were given a booklet of like a particular company scenario, and we had to use Xero and MYOB softwares to do the journaling, the posting to the ledgers, and like really the whole process of generating a financial report. We had a capstone project, and for our capstone project, we had a client that we have had to assist with their difficulties in the business. We had an excursion at Crown Melbourne. It's the biggest hotel chain here in Melbourne, if I'm not mistaken. That was an experience because we were able to really see the operations in the background of the hotel. So we were able to see the kitchen, how busy they are, how they organize the stuff, the inventory. We were able to interview I forgot what his position there, but some high position manager there. We were able to ask him like how they manage the hotel. So that's quite of an experience. Oh, we had recitations and we had case studies, a lot of case studies actually. So there would be like different sorts of assessments that they will ask you to do, and I would say it is to maybe equip you with different skills. Okay, let's go to the schedule of classes. Every year there's 2 semesters, and each semester you will have to take 4 subjects for a full-time load, and each subject is in 3-hour classes per week. So technically you will only have classes for 12 hours a week. Depends on the schedule, but for me, the classes I had before would be 2 half days and 1 full day classes. So I would have 3 days for school, and then the rest 4 days of the week for work. So yeah, you can really be able to work while studying, but please do take note that there would also be assessments, and you need to really allocate significant time to be able to do the assessment and submit on time. And also there would be 42 hours per fortnight instructions, so please do bear that in mind. Okay, so I got all my coursework papers for the car because I don't know what else to say. So I'll just see what is in here. So hot. Okay, next is the educational materials. So every start of the semester, the professor will be handing out subject learning guides for each subject, and it is important that you have a look over that document because it will contain everything that you need to know to be able to prepare for the subject for that sem. The subject learning guide will be containing all the topics for each week, as in talagang it's set out na yun yung topic sa week na yun. And it will also tell you the assessments that the professor will require from you and when they are due. I like that part because at least there is not a surprise anymore when it comes to the school works that you're gonna do. I always really take the time to study the subject learning guides firsthand so that I will be able to have a grasp of how hard the subject will be and how hectic it will be. And so yeah, that is very helpful. Also, the subject learning guide will also give you the resources that you will need, the books. Usually the professor will not really require you to buy books because books are really hell expensive, but they would provide the book titles. So what I do is that since I already have the topics for every week, I scan the topic beforehand so that I have a copy, so that I could advance read when I have it. And I think that's all that I can share.
To be honest, may langgam at may langaw.
Is it tough? That is the one question I get asked most about, which I am unsure how to answer because really, to me, the difficulty of things is something of a subjective matter. What might be challenging for one might be easy for another, and vice versa. But whether an experience is easy or not, an experience is still an experience. Whether an experience will succeed or not, again, an experience is still an experience. Whether an experience will take time or not, again and again, an experience is still an experience. Things may get tough, things may fail, things may take longer than expected, but as how the idiom goes, charge each moment to experience.